So I was very respectful in covering the Ram Revolution concept truck revealed at CES in this video. Having said that, it was not hard to point out several times in that video that this so-called Revolution didn't follow in GM's footsteps like the Ram CEO claimed that it wouldn't do. And being an avid fanboy of the Ram TRX, creating over 7 videos about it, I think this Revolution pickup truck is one of the ugliest and weirdest EV pickup trucks I have ever seen. And that's saying a lot when the Cybertruck hasn't hit the market yet.
The real revolutionaries.
The revolutionary GMC Hummer EV. The quiet revolution begins. That's revolutionary. With a revolutionary new setting, be among the first to own the revolutionary Hummer EV.
So I'll start this video by saying I am not against electric vehicles. I reserved the Hummer EV back in 2020. Secondly, I am not brand loyal. I have experienced a wide variety of vehicles from different brands. I like the big 3, but I don't think some of them like me, especially coming up on my 2-year anniversary of pissing Ram off and my TRX story that some of you guys know of. But back to the ugly Ram Revolution. And it's hard for me to say that having loved my Ram TRX design from head to toe. The Ram Revolution, it looks to be one of the ugliest trucks I've ever seen. First thing I thought of when I saw it was a Dodge Super Bee up top, a battery pack on the bottom, and a Ram TRX sandwiched somewhere in the middle. I've already covered in this video that I released in April of 2022, after which GM revealed the Silverado EV, that Ram's initial design looks oddly familiar to the Silverado, because this truck looks almost like an exact copy of the Silverado EV revealed in January. The lower bumper looks close, then headlight design, the step up into the body at the rear window, and steps in the bumper. But this is what I believe led to the confusing design of the Revolution pickup truck. If you look at the initial rendering from EV Day of 2021, the truck's overall shape is more rounded, more TRX looking. After the Silverado EV is shown, then we got a few different designs until Ram lands on this confused design. The rear bed looks like a square box, giving me more like Ford Raptor vibes, but when you go to the front, the truck looks very rounded like a soft TRX with Dodge Super Bee inspired headlights. The hood on this EV has all these aggressive shapes to it, like it's trying to pack a 1,000 horsepower Hellfire engine in it. The design to me looks confused, like it is 3 different vehicles welded together. I would like to look a lot better if they just changed the wishbone headlights and made the rear squareness match the front, or the front roundness match the rear, or whichever way they want to do it. It just looks like 3 different vehicles to me, kind of like the Charter Daytona. I think the Charter Daytona EV looks a little too long, but back to the Ram Revolution and that DRL Signature. I think it looks bad compared to other Ram products. The Ram Rebels DRLs looks good, the Ram TRX DRLs looks awesome, the Power Wagons DRLs looks good, but this looks like a fail compared to those other trucks. Just take a look at Jeep's new Recon EV. DRLs look good, heck even the design looks good. The Avenger EV that Jeep stole the name from Dodge and made a good looking SUV. The Wagoneer S, good looking EV. DRL Signature looks perfect. The Charter Daytona, I don't think anyone hates the design other than being an EV and has fake exhaust. The DRL Signature looks good on the Charter Daytona. So what happened to this truck? If I freeze frame the reveal video for the Ram Revolution and look at the concept drawings, Ram has some very good looking designs they didn't go with. This first sketch looks real good. The front end looks very aggressive. This sketch on the top looks great in how they did the area around the fog lights. The middle sketch, that one looks good as well. The next sketch looks like an updated version of the Ram Classic. Pretty cool looking. Another sketch of the Classic, very good looking. And now we zoom in the sketch on the wall, a more traditional looking grille, that's pretty good looking. This taillight design looks great on the left. The right one looks like a Rivian copy, but all the other designs on the wall I think look great. So what happened with this truck? With Ram doing town halls, I wonder if they asked real customers their opinions on these different designs. Why not use the Ram town halls and the Ram Insider emails and ask for the feedback on some of these sketches? I've already covered the timeline for the Ram Revolution design in this video, and considering Ram doesn't have a fully working prototype, I believe there was still time to tweak the design before CES. Even if there wasn't enough time to build a working prototype in a few months, Ram could have did the same thing that GMC did with the Hummer EV. GMC had a computer-generated commercial of the Hummer EV that they planned to build, they showed off what they expected it to do, and allowed customers to reserve it the next day, and it sold out within minutes. Then they built working prototypes, and less than 2 years later, production vehicles are out on the streets. And mind you, this is going on in the thick of a global pandemic, and Ram only came up with this. We still don't know when this is coming out. GMC told us the next day after the Hummer reveal. We still don't know how much it's going to cost. GMC told us the next day of the Hummer reveal. And we know we can't pre-order any of these EVs from Stellantis, but we're able to do so from virtually every other company, even if a prototype doesn't exist. If you look at all the videos about the Ram Revolution, nothing opens up on its own. No doors, no frunk, and I haven't even seen the tailgate open either. We knew the truck was coming in July 2021, and we just now seen it in January 2023. Almost 2 years later, nothing works and no clue when it'll get released. GM in the same time frame went from no working prototypes to a production ready Hummer EV, and now we can see a Denali and a Silverado EV before a production version of this truck comes from Ram. Watching videos of TFL and Raddy's Rise interact with the Ram Revolution compared to the Silverado EV is very telling. The Silverado EV, we saw the front work on camera, the charging door open on camera, and even the midgate open up on camera. The only thing I saw work on the Ram Revolution on camera was when Andre from TFL interacted with the Ram center cap logo on the wheels. Just saying. Looking at all the videos about the truck, I don't know why Ram didn't just call this the RamCharger rather than the Revolution. The name RamCharger would have worked well with it being an electric vehicle. Ford used the Lightning name. I hope they bring back the Thunderbird name for some thunder and lightning. GM used the Chevy Bolt, now the E-Ray. But I think RamCharger would have been cool, especially if Ram could make two vehicles out of the Revolution. Ram can offer two different models like GM does with the Hummer EV and the Hummer EV SUV. If you didn't know, the Hummer SUV has a 9-inch shorter wheelbase compared to the Hummer EV pickup truck version, which could work out for Ram. Make the truck a little bit shorter, throw a top over the bed, and we have a rebirth of an SUV back into Ram. Fold the midgate down, and now you have more storage to make up for the shorter wheelbase. If the market is moving toward trucks and SUVs, why not bring an SUV back into Ram? And they can do it very cheaply with the Ram Revolution. This is basically the relationship between the Wagoneer, Grand Wagoneer, and the Ram 1500. They all share the same chassis, which is why the Wagoneer is built inside of a Ram plant. Why not drop the Wagoneer from Jeep, reskin it for Ram, leave Jeep the Grand Wagoneer version, and you have a 4-door RamCharger SUV back into Ram, and it's also being made inside of Ram's own plants. Part of the Ram Revolution design doesn't make sense to me, especially with that huge notch in the cab. If you're going to have third row seating, why would you have such a huge notch in the cab, making it hard for people to get into a third row? It kind of defeats the purpose of jump seats that I figure only kids might be able to sit there, because what adult wants to sit on a chair that's lower to the floor with their back at a 90-degree angle? I don't see why Ram didn't just make a mega cab version for more comfortable seats. Sticking with the interior, I actually like it, but I find it very impractical for daily use. We all know those tracks in the floor are going to be gaunt up with so much dirt and trash, I doubt you better slide those seats efficiently over the years. I can only imagine mud on your shoes or kids spilling their drinks or candies going into those tracks in the floor. And then move up to the dash, I can only imagine the craziness with having a removable infotainment screen. If you remove that second display, I assume auto controls will migrate up to the main screen. But if that second screen gets messed up from someone dropping it, I can only imagine the bill to get a new one from the parts department. I hope if Ram proceeds with this feature that they have a case that the tablet can be put in. There's a lot of tech that was shown, some interesting, some pointless. The projector was a cool idea, but obviously you're not going to use it that much, especially in the daytime. I don't see anyone using this on the job site, but rather watching movies at night with the family. I understand the reasons behind shadow mode. That could be useful if I need to get out and unlock a gate and have the truck follow me in so I can lock the gate back, but I don't think I've never been in a situation where I wish my vehicle would follow me, and I'm not sure that I would trust an autonomous vehicle following behind me silently anyway. I still have a hard time seeing all this software working out in the next several months. I mean, just in the past 2 years, the Jeep 4xE's having recall problems, the Grand Wagoneer, the Grand Cherokee, Yukon 5, so I'm just going to be a little skeptical about year one of the Stellantis EV era. Simple stuff like selfie mode is pretty cool. I was hoping Ram would talk about the security, as this is a big issue at the moment, and hope that all the cameras on the vehicle will be able to identify people that approach the vehicle and let's say try to place air tags on it as well. Ram did show the vehicle will be able to use biometric recognition, so it should be able to do this. The augmented reality windshield will be a great idea, especially in low visibility situations, also to identify animals, humans, or other vehicles on your path. Those were some cool ideas, but when I watched the videos about the Ram Revolution, I couldn't help but notice how this is basically a copy of GM Silverado and Hummer EV. As you can tell from the few times I mentioned those vehicles in this video, I've already covered the style looks between the Ram Revolution and the Silverado EV. And I don't believe Ram will ever say anything about the similarities because Chevy beat them to the market. And it just seems that Ram had to scramble to do some last minute design changes, especially after it was delayed a couple times. In 12 months, it's going to be 2024. And so far, we haven't seen any Ram Revolution mules or any Charger Daytona mules on the roads testing. So when will it happen? Which plants are going to make these vehicles? But going back to the Silverado and Hummer EV's tech, this Ram Revolution basically has every option that you see from them. The Hummer EV, for example, we get its crab mode.
With a revolutionary new setting called Crab Walk, Hummer EV has the ability to drive diagonally for an agility no other truck can match.
Four-wheel steering.
Hummer EV is engineered with segment-exclusive four-wheel steering to reduce turning radius and enhance overall maneuverability.
Now this concept features four-wheel steering with up to 15 degrees of articulation and is designed to offer greater vehicle maneuverability while parking at low speed, on tight off-road trails, and increases the vehicle's steering response at high speeds.
Extract mode.
Want to take on the toughest obstacles? Initiate the available first-of-its-kind Extract mode, and Hummer EV activates its adaptive air ride suspension to lift approximately 6 inches. That's revolutionary breakout capability.
It also rides on an adjustable air suspension that enables 3 different modes: ingress-egress, aero, and off-road.
Transparent roof.
The industry-leading Infinity roof, transparent sky panels, and rear drop glass give the Hummer EV an immersive open-air design.
The full glass roof features an electrochromatic panel, and its tinting can be changed with a swipe.
Then with the Silverado EV, Ram copied this midgate design.
The powered midgate features mounted jump seats with a removable lower section for placement in the bed or outside of the vehicle.
So once I saw the Ram Revolution video and all the things it borrowed from GM's design, I couldn't help but remember when Ram CEO said they weren't going to follow in the competitors' footsteps.
And in 2024, with full knowledge of what our competitors are doing, we will surpass their offerings with the Ram 1500 battery electric vehicle built to again redefine the full-size segment. In summary, we are not following in the footsteps of our competitors.
But how can you not follow in their footsteps when you see exactly what they do? Your vehicle has everything from their trucks, and then you add some stuff on it to set the bar just a little bit higher. Just saying. So at the end of the day, I think the Ram Revolution is a big, ugly copycat Silverado EV. Plenty of other designs were on Ram's drawing board that I would have liked over this, and nothing this truck offers makes me want to drop my Hummer EV reservation. So let me know what you guys think about the Ram Revolution. Do you think the other sketches were better? Is it basically like a rebadged Silverado EV? Should Ram use the RamCharger name and also make an SUV version? Or if you want to buy one of these Ram Revolutions, or wait for an off-road version, which I don't really want to even think about right now how much it's going to cost, because we all know that these off-road trucks are over the $100,000 price range, and considering this truck gonna be $100K, I can only imagine how much a TRX variant is going to cost. But make sure you leave this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. grab some merch on your way out. Until the next video, I'm out.